The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome back, Degenerates. We are LA's top sports investors. I'm one third of the gang, Rashard 90302. To my left, I got my boy Mike G. To my right, I got my boy Money Mace.
Yo, what's the deal, fellas?
And we are back for another edition.
How we feeling today, man?
Oh, man, I'm feeling good. My demeanor is away 360 from last week, man. I'm a little bit more happier, man.
Hey, that's how it is, man.
It's a roller coaster in this field.
You have a bad week, you bounce back, and you have a good week, man. That's just how it works, man, when you're doing this, sports investing, a.k.a. gambling thing, right, man. But, yeah, man, we want to welcome y'all back to another edition of the Smart Degenerates. We're going to take a look back today on Week 10 in the NFL. We're going to look ahead to Week 11 as well in college football. It was a pretty interesting week, man, in sports, man. We had a lot to talk about, man, as far as NBA, college, of course, NFL. So we got a good show for y'all. Stay tuned, man. We also want to give a shout-out to Morris Media. For those of you who are not following us, follow us on Instagram at Smart Degenerates. Follow us on Facebook at Smart Degenerates. You can catch us Thursdays right here, 7:30 at Morris Media Live, man. So, yeah, man, let's get right into it, dude. We had an interesting week last week. A lot of shit went down, man. Let's start off with how'd you guys do this weekend, man? NFL, how'd it go for you, Mace?
I successfully lost my entire betting line this week. So,
oh, shit.
Yeah,
that's
man.
Never good. All right.
No, it's never good.
Take us through that, man. What happened? How'd you do that?
To say how I did it, I basically just bet all the wrong games.
No, but what specifically was
okay? Let's go through.
So if you remember, we talked about Chiefs versus Arizona.
We did. That's 16.5 point spread.
Yeah, and I got it down at 14 when the line was still moving, but it didn't matter because Arizona came to play. Well, see, that's the thing, though. See, we knew that 16.5 was too much, man. Just like with Minnesota, we knew that, these are still professional athletes at the end of the day, and they could easily cover 16. So that was just a hard-headed loss. We reached with that. Everybody's been KC strong. Mahomes has been looking like an animal. They got weapons. They could have easily covered it. They did get a pick late, and he almost ran it back. He stepped out of bounds. But
what they didn't do, they didn't get their normal 30 to 32 that they usually get. They settled around 26.
26, yeah.
Cardinals have been doing that to teams. They have been holding people down in terms of your offensive output.
Yeah.
So we have to be just aware of that, and the fact that Chiefs had covered so much already this season. You have to look for
them
not to cover.
Yeah,
right.
The no covers are coming at some point. Okay, what
so
about
the other one that I didn't see coming to smack everybody in the face was Philly home versus Dallas.
Yeah, I took an L on that too.
I was done for the day by then.
Yeah, I took an L on that too. Yeah,
and I hit you right before game time, telling you that I was kind of feeling Dallas on the flip. Like, you know what?
Yeah,
everybody's talking about how they have no shot, and that's usually the tell. Like, when ESPN starts all going in one direction, you have to bet the other way a lot of times.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the same logic for the Giants. It's like,
oh man,
we'll talk about the Giants another day in time. The Chargers did cover for me, but what happened? I was losing bigger amounts on the Chiefs and Philly than I was covering when I was winning on the Chargers because I'm still betting different units. I got 50 on one game and then 200 on another game. I got to win 4 of these to equal that one when really for me, at my level, I need to be just keeping the same bet every time I go through.
Right.
I know there's a lot of handicappers out there, people on the internet who are going to tell you, put 6 units on this game and put 4 units on that game. But they're still someday going to give it a little bit of balance. For me,
I want to get in a good habit. I want to get in a rhythm of just taking the same bet every time, focusing on my win percentages. So I just got to stay focused on that, get back to my discipline, you know?
Right. Okay.
But,
okay.
The Bills Jets under. Also, I think that one was a crash. I didn't end up taking it.
I saw that. That was just too low. That was just too low because we know the Bills, long as Peterman's not in there, they're okay.
But were we really expecting Matt Barkley to come out like that, though?
No, but they got a score. They got a turnover from their defense.
Right.
You know, special teams played good, and Matt Barkley did stuff. And the kicker, though, to the whole equation, what people don't realize is fucking what's the receiver's name? They used to play quarterback for Ohio State. Terrell Pryor, right? So Buffalo signed Terrell Pryor from the Jets like 2 weeks prior.
Yep.
Asked him all this intel, all this information.
Released his ass.
They play the game, and then they release his ass. They released him.
That was cold.
That was cold-blooded, but that was another key thing that we didn't think about. But yeah, that was a good win. The homie gave me Buffalo before the game +7. That was actually a good pick, man.
Information and I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was a good pick. That was a good pick, man. What about you, Rachel? How did you do this weekend, man?
Man, this past weekend I had to reverse deposit.
Yeah.
Gave a little back to the bookie.
Yeah.
Started off the week stinging hot. Right about Thursday, Friday is when it kind of started to tail off, which had me chasing on Saturday. When I did a good chase during the day via Alabama and Georgia and some other powerhouses. And then I tried to clean up and go full throttle on the day with the Lakers and SC. I didn't take the Lakers at all, but had them in a parlay, went heavy SC, and that basically washed all my hard work from the day before, which led me to Saturday. I mean, not Saturday, but Sunday, where I took the Saints. They hit.
Saints.
Wrongfully invested in Atlanta. They didn't hit. And then I took the Chiefs, which didn't cover, so
kind of an up and down week.
Up and down week.
Up and down Sunday.
Yeah, so I have to walk it back, but here to fight another week, and things have reversed back towards my favor.
It always does, man. It always does.
You just got to stay in the fight, let it fight another gambling day.
That's where I fucked up, because I was shell-shocked having lost, and I lost money, bought back in, and lost some more of it. So I was just this week, I just been off of it.
Yeah.
The only little game I was on was that Laker bet that I was telling y'all to hop on.
Yep.
And like one or two others. Today I got a little money out there, but I didn't take Toledo. I didn't take Houston.
Damn. Couple free picks right there.
Yeah, I've been like literally ignoring all the bets this week, and that's what you can't do. You got to stay on it. You got to keep hitting it the same way, because again, we got picks. So why not keep firing?
Right. Yeah. You just stick to what you know, do what you do, and
I was just I went on a 3 week in a row streak. So why stop? I was cashing out.
Yeah, it's really just mental, because when you get down a little bit, you start thinking different, you start betting a little different. If you just do your research and just be the same way, no matter if you're up or down, just apply your same tactics and just don't get emotionally out of control, you'll fight your way out the hole.
Yeah, hell yeah. You can't be.
You're not gonna go over. It's not gonna last that long.
And I do know that like that emotional roller coaster is tough. So you just gotta fight.
Definitely.
You gotta fight through it and know that you did your research and you made the best pick you can make. So.
And why it's mental? Because when you're down, it can either go one of two ways. You could stay calm and kind of fight your way out, or you could get over emotional and start just betting outrageous, or you could just go into a stupor and you just be like, I'm just going to shut it down, when it's still good stuff for you to fight your way out on the menu. So it's all about how you keep your emotional state, really.
Yeah, keep your composure, try not to panic. Just do your stuff, man. Let's get into my weekend, man. It was kind of up and down, I got to give a shout out to the squad, you know what I'm saying? Tennessee Titans on this mug. Yeah. I told y'all +6.5 at home not to disrespect us, man, and take the Titans, man.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't think they would win, I would say that, but I knew we were going to cover, and we did better than that. So shout out to Marcus Mariota and the defense, because we had Tom out there tap dancing. We was fucking him up. We had him sacked. All kinds of shit.
Give the casuals an a little insight as to why that was, though, with y'all.
Because, for the casuals don't know, there's about 4 players and a head coach on the Tennessee
and
Titans.
And the coordinators, too.
Yeah, that all came from the Patriots. We got Deion Lewis, we got Malcolm Butler, Vrabel's the coach. So we knew, and like Deion Lewis said, he wanted to kick Patriot ass because they let him go and they didn't want to pay the man. So, And
we saw the same thing when they played Detroit earlier in the season.
With Matt Patricia.
Yeah. So, that was a good win for us. I was also on New Orleans, man. New Orleans, we gave that out. That was a good free pick for us. New Orleans on fire, man. Can anybody beat New Orleans right now?
I don't think. I just told the Uber driver that New Orleans might go to the bowl.
New Orleans to the Super Bowl? I'm not fighting that. We still got to see what the Rams do. I like the Rams still.
Cooper Kupp going down, it was big for them. That levels the playing field with the Saints because they don't have that slot. Like Robert Woods ain't going to be Robert Woods with Cooper Kupp not there.
Yeah, right. He's going to be even better. His role just got increased, So I think Robert Woods will be fine. I think the Rams going to be fine because they still got number 30 in the backfield. With Todd Gurley, he's the best back in football. He's averaging a touchdown per game.
Gurley, and I can't call it either way, but is Todd Gurley by himself better than Kamara and Ingram production-wise, you think?
No. It's 2 versus 1. They got 2 good backs. Kamara's production by itself could go ahead up with Todd Gurley's, but when you throw Ingram in there, they just got a better 1-2 punch. But as a 1-1 punch, if you want to go Todd or Kamara, I'm taking Todd right now over every running back in the league. Even though Kamara's good though, Drew Brees throws him the ball a lot out of the backfield. He's I think number 2 receiving on their team behind Michael Thomas,
who's a beast.
Him and Drew are connected on 80% of all their passes.
That's outrageous.
That shit's crazy right there. So I think the Saints can go far. I think they're going to meet the Rams in the NFC Championship in New Orleans though, which is going to be dangerous for the Rams. So the Rams are going to need to win out, and they're going to need New Orleans to lose a game so the game can be in LA. Another game that we did hit on and gave out was the Chicago Bears.
I missed that one. Hey, I did not trust.
Hey, $3.99.
Money making Mitch right now.
I'm now a believer.
Hey, money making Mitch in that defense, man. You can't go wrong, bro. The Bears are just on right now. Are y'all buying it? Or are they fool's gold?
Oh, no, I'm buying it.
No, they're legit.
They're legit. I've hit off the Bears probably twice all the season, but I've laid off the rest of the games. Not really full-fledged being in the car, but I see now, like that defense, and like you said, Mitch is really the key factor.
Mitch is out here doing this
because
stuff,
for the first part of the season, it was the defense just carrying everything. Now Mitch is out here passing, and he's moving his feet, moving the chains.
Yeah.
So you can't really stop the Bears at the moment.
Okay. So Bears was a win.
Do we think the Bears can challenge the Rams or the Saints?
I don't think so.
No.
You don't think the defense is good enough?
No.
Well, the defense is solid, but I don't think they can. No. I'll just say no.
It's about to get cold. We're about to get into the December where it starts freezing.
Yeah, but they're going to have to come play in Los Angeles regardless.
Right, or in New Orleans, which is going to, I don't think either one of those are going to fare well for them, going to New Orleans or coming out here to LA. Oh, let's talk about this one. Speaking of LA, man, we took an L this week on the Rams -9. Man, we were all over that. And Seattle showed up, man. Their running game has been very productive, man, with their 2 backs.
They showed up on the road, too.
They showed up on the road. But, yeah, that was an L for me, man. The Rams defense, man, for all those superstars they got, they're just not that good. Dude, what's up? Why is everybody getting 30 on them?
The secondary, really, Talib is out, and Peters is not a disciplined corner. He bites on everything, and if he don't come up with the play, it's gonna be a big play or a touchdown. So it's like,
yeah, that's true too. Really, Peters is free money, man.
At this point,
they're fucking picking on him. Niggas taking him up top. All kinds of shit.
is not there.
He's leading the lead and touchdowns giving up. Like, what's up with that, bro?
But they're probably tossing the ball like. They're probably targeting him more than any other fucking corner.
But so it's to his defense, though,
what's he supposed to do? He's Rams defending him well.
The Rams are using him in man. He's a cover 3 corner. He's not really a follow you around type of dude. He's an anticipation. Let me sit on the route. Let me hop the route. That type of corner. He's not going to shadow nobody anywhere and have no success.
That's true. He did.
Talib is the shutdown, go everywhere corner, and he's not there. So.
Yeah, he's covered.
So now Peters has to cover the number 1 dude, and he's not going. You've seen what's going to happen. Julio eats him up. Michael Thomas any marquee receiver is going to give Marcus Peters problems.
Okay. Which will bring me to my last game of the week, Monday Night Football. We had the New York Giants in San Francisco.
A game that we should not have even been.
Yeah, so this fool Rexter was trying to talk me off the Giants all day like
it should have been a hard sell in foresight, but you did
foresight.
It shouldn't have been a hard sell.
I told him Odell was showing up. I told him Saquon was showing up in the bright lights, and they came through. I ain't gonna say they beat ass because Eli did come through with one of those.
It did come down to the last possession,
to the last drive.
That's what I'm saying.
That's how Eli will cook you. Fourth quarter, the game should be over. Here he comes, Rain Man just shows up.
Typical little brother.
Chop. But the refs cheated and gave them like 4 straight penalties.
No. If you watch that. He held Odell. That was pass interference. He couldn't guard Odell, bro.
There's pass interference every play, though.
Yeah, I mean, but you can't grab the man if he's got you beat, bro. You gotta, at least let him try to catch it. He probably was gonna miss that pass anyway, but since you were so scared of Odell,
him the fuck out.
Hold pass interference, keep the drive going, and at that point, that's when I knew.
Hey, it's all good because we're just trying to tank and get the little Bosa, so it's all good. We had to get our draft position.
Y'all gonna do all that tanking to get a defensive?
Yeah, you clearly see we need a fucking defensive everything out there.
But y'all needed some offensive stuff too.
No, we'll worry about that.
Nah, I like Breida. I like Breida.
I need some receivers.
They're gonna get Jimmy G back. They got Goodwin.
Y'all need a tight end and a receiver.
Well, we got a tight end, bro.
Kittle was killing.
Okay, I'll take that back. Y'all need a receiver because Godwin, or how you say his name, he's a deep threat receiver. Y'all need some intermediate type stuff going on.
Absolutely.
I mean, but that's the tight end though. No?
It is to a certain extent.
The Niners,
when you got Jimmy G, you can run the Tom Brady. We just gonna dump here. Like they're gonna move the ball.
Right, because Matt Breida is a pass catching running back too. So
next year we got what's his name coming back anyway off the ACL, McKinnon
and Jimmy G's coming back. So y'all be all right next year, man. I think Niners gonna be cool. They got a couple years to go before they really could contend again. But I think sooner or later, that they'll be okay. But what do y'all think is gonna happen with the Giants going here on out? Are they tanking? Are they trying to win? Or
they're definitely not trying to win. They 3 and what?
They're 2, I think.
They're
2
at this
actually.
Point, what do they have? I don't see the value in trying to really muster up 6 wins.
They're not that far out of their division though. If they could go,
they're fucking done in the division. What are you kidding me?
They're not gonna pass
up. If they could win the next 4 games and get to 6 and 7,
bro, the Giants are not winning the next 4 games.
I know they're not. You said what are they trying to do? That's what
they should be trying to get another quarterback so Eli can sit down. And
they're gonna have to drive a quarterback. Because Eli, he just cannot move.
Because you're wasting Odell's prime, you're wasting Saquon Barkley prime with Eli just holding up space back there.
Right. Okay.
You can't disrespect the legend like that, man.
Hey, man.
He won 2 rings for you.
Man, Eli,
that's the whole, he's an enigma, but he won the 2 Super Bowls, but he stinks.
Yeah, Shady. He's just too immobile for that offensive line to be that bad. So if he's not going to be able to scramble, you got to get a better offensive line to protect him.
But even before this, it's been 6 or 7 times where Eli has not made the playoffs just altogether.
Oh yeah, he's only made the playoffs twice in the years he won a Super Bowl.
Time twice, that is, you can't script that, bro. That's crazy.
Wait, what?
Eli has missed the playoffs.
Oh no, you know what? He made the playoffs when they went to Green Bay. Remember they had the party on the boat. No, that was Washington. They went to Washington.
So he's been to the playoffs a few years though. Right?
Nah, probably 3 max. Bro.
3-4 max. Bro.
He's missed it 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, Eli, he don't be going to the playoffs like that, bro.
I did not know. I didn't realize that.
And the years that they went to the playoffs, one year they was 9-7, and then the other year they was only 10-6. So they didn't have no dominating.
They went in twice as a wild card.
He's always just been cool.
I mean, that's just that division. Though. That division, they all always beat each other up, and then you can get in with 8-8 or 9-7. So I mean,
it'll be like that this year probably.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you don't believe in the Redskins, right?
Nah, right now it's either Dallas or the Eagles. I think the Eagles are in the funk, and I think Dallas is improved, so now they can contend for the division.
I think they're both still nasty. I think Redskins are going to win it by default.
I don't know.
Ooh, Redskins by default. I like that
because they're going to get to 9 wins for sure.
For sure, they're already at 6.
You think they'll finish you think the Eagles are just spiraling out of control?
I just don't know if they're going to get to 10 or 11 wins, and that's what it would take to beat out Washington.
Yeah,
and they're only getting 1 out of that division.
And the Eagles are just on a Super Bowl hangover, and then Wentz
got
hurt.
They lost their running backs.
He's coming back. Yeah, they lost their running back. Wentz is hurt.
The running backs were
and
big
Foles was nasty. Foles was nasty to start the season.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would have preferred to let him play a few more games, bring Wentz back mid-season. Right now, ease him in. We're already doing killer. They should be like 6-2, but they just
a couple field goals, couple big plays, and they tricked it off.
So no late season rally for them.
I mean, possibly. I mean, they got a tough matchup this week.
That's how they got to the bowl.
To New Orleans. So we'll see how they look against New Orleans this week.
We don't have to see how they look next week.
Shady,
we already know how they gonna look.
New Orleans looking like a well-oiled machine right now. That shit's fucking crazy. But let's do this. Let's take this break. We do got a special guest in the house. Hey. So what we'll do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back with some barbershop talk and our next week picks. Stay tuned.
Bang, bang.
Smart Degenerates. Hey. No, Smart Degenerate. Hey. Welcome back, Degenerates. We are now back from break. You're now tuned in to another episode of the Smart Degenerates. We are LA's top sports investors. I got my guys with me, Mr. Rashard 90302, my guy Jay Meso, and we have a special guest in the building. This guy's a degenerate. He's been gambling with us for many, many, many years now. Mr. Ian Davis in the building. What's up, big dog?
Side ends, you already know.
Hey, how you feeling, bro?
Same shit, different toilet, man.
Hey, man, it's an honor and a privilege to have you here with us, man. Dog.
First time coming through.
First time, man. Salute, man. Hey, so, man, we're going to jump right into it. This is our segment we call Barbershop Talk, when we sit around as amongst us gentlemen and just talk about current events, what's going on in sports right now. We got some big trades going on. We got niggas fighting, in the locker room. It's a few different things, man. So let's just start with the most current event, man. How do y'all feel about Draymond calling KD a bitch?
Not a bitch, multiple bitches. It spanned like however long that time out was, he called him at least 5 bitches.
Hey.
Which lends me to believe that relationship can be, we teammates, but it's no coming back from that.
It's no coming back from being called a bitch?
No, you're not going to get that.
5 bitches. That means you really felt that, you really meant that, and they probably have been sitting on that on your mind for...
You don't think that's your homie? Like, hey,
nah,
you gotta tell your homie, man, shut your bitch
like
ass
that.
up.
No, it wasn't like that.
We never that close.
No.
That might happen.
We never that close.
See, no, we are, because there's a tone to, man, shut your bitch up. Shut the fuck up. You understand that, but if you're calling, like,
fire,
if you're calling him, if you're telling you are a bitch, you're a bitch, shut your bitch ass up, like, that's...
he definitely told him, shut your bitch ass up.
Come
you
on,
might
bro.
get the courtesy one if we close teammates and we get that off. You might get the courtesy one, but you about 4 bitches heavy after the fact.
You'll get a shut the fuck up off as far as like banter playing like that than shut your bitch ass up. Shut your bitch ass up means like
it's a different demographic, bro.
And then he starts looking at DeMarcus. He's like, "Come on, bro. You know
he's a bitch."
You know,
ain't no coming back from that.
You gonna phone your friend, homie?
bro.
Yeah.
He got to eat that. He know what it is.
So now y'all are saying I'm a bitch. Is what you said. Now both of you, okay?
Hey, no. I saw the
So
video.
that's why he's gonna take his bitch ass to the Lakers. And we don't even gotta worry about
get there
it.
next. Yeah, he told DeMarcus.
Laker wishful thinking.
Hey, no,
Man, you thought the LeBron was wishful thinking to look like.
Hey, look, no, he told DeMarcus, hey, that nigga's a bitch. He said, yeah, that's cool, but you need to lock it in. I'm trying to get this ring, dog.
What are you doing?
Hey, DeMarcus is like, don't mess up my ring, dog. Y'all tripping, bro.
Yeah, I ain't played a game yet. You already finna smoke my shot. What are you doing? Ease back, son.
But no, really, though, do you think it was coming back from that? Come on, man.
No, it's not coming back from that. I honestly think KD's gone, bro. It's been too much.
And they were saying that's not to cut you off, but that's why Draymond was expressing that, because he don't like how Kevin Durant's handling the "Are you staying? Are you going?" type of questioning and all that type of stuff. So.
But I mean, hey man, if you're gonna call me a bitch and you want to catch my fade, why do I really want to be teammates with you?
I think with reference to that, first of all, you got KD being classic KD.
He's being
as
true.
far as I mean, we know KD's not the toughest nigga in the league. First of all,
True.
But at the end of the day, KD played that same game with OKC. Maybe I'll stay, maybe I'll go, and then I'm surprised I'm out of here.
Yeah.
So I think that's the only natural thing. However, I think they got plenty of the season left to make up. They're not finna be beefing out for the rest of the year. And then at the end of the day, don't underestimate Kerr's coaching this to where he's not going to, hey, y'all got to kumbaya.
No, I don't think none of this is going to translate onto the court, but as far as the locker room, oh, yeah.
I mean, they just got beat by 30 tonight. It might have already translated.
They not sitting next to each other on the plane.
Yeah, they're going to take a couple of games off. We beefed out. We're going to play sloppy out there.
And Steph is not there, too.
Yeah, Steph is not there. That's a big factor.
I think once Steph gets there, it's gonna mush
everything
everything back. They're going to start winning again, because I think winning is going to solve everything.
And when is Boogie supposed to come back?
Boogie be back in January, right? They might hold him out for All-Star break.
Yeah, they're probably going to wait till after All-Star break. But look at today, for instance. This is all over headlines right now, and they just got torched. They was +3. They just got waxed by Houston. Right? Houston nasty right now.
Yeah, they were +3 and got waxed. That was a bad bet if you took Golden State today. I actually liked them early in the day, but it was a good stay away because I was actually going to take them too.
I showed y'all the rankings though. They at the bottom half of the league, man. Fuck them.
Yeah, low key as far as covering.
They're trying to get to the playoffs and win it. They don't care nothing about really blowing anybody out.
Yeah,
and I actually said that in the off season that you're gonna get a lot of juice spreads with. I thought the legalization of gambling was gonna be a factor in these juice spreads, but. I'm definitely with taking the underdog when you're talking about GS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Only because them spreads are going to be so juicy. You know, who did they just lose to at the house just now?
Houston.
Houston. At the house just now. Atlanta?
No, they didn't cover against Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta covered that 10.5.
They lost somebody yesterday, right?
Who? They lost to the Clippers in L.A. That's when the shit went down.
Yeah.
So they was on the road in L.A. And that was another thing that happened. It happened in L.A. So all the media is there. L.A. Times, ESPN L.A. So they're gonna. We see
LeBron hiding with a fucking disguise.
Right.
Bro.
Yeah. It was a lot on.
And they just got waxed by Milwaukee at the house. Yeah. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
Milwaukee's good though.
Yeah, Milwaukee's good, and without Steph, I think GS is going to be in a little funk until he gets back. But once he's back, man, I'm telling you, he makes that machine run, and they're going to be back on track. And now, with that being said, so y'all think KD's out? Where do you think he's going? Coming to the Lakers,
York or LA?
Probably to
New York or LA? To Lakers?
So, yeah.
Dog, if KD comes to the Lakers and play with Brian, that's going to be so
That'd
fake.
be so trashy. First of all, I'll never watch NBA again in my life.
Why not?
What? Come on. What are we talking about? All-Star squad to All-Star squad? Like, what are we stacking teams? Yeah, that's it. Look,
and that's not necessarily an All-Star squad.
That was a bitch move. What do you mean, LeBron and KD on the same team?
He opened the floodgates for it, man.
Yeah, that's All-Star squad.
Come on, bro.
LeBron's getting pretty old.
Bro, so...
LeBron got a bunch of gray in that beard, if you ain't noticed. So, yeah, we ain't talking the same LeBron.
Man, I can't tell by the way he was dunking out and pulling up from half court last night.
Bing. Shout out to LeBron.
Finally
I got a question for you. Is it time for LeBron to go baldy?
It's been time.
What? Did you see that?
LeBron. Hey, LeBron.
We all got hair up here, so we probably don't know the psychology, but why won't LeBron just get the hair transplant?
He got it, bro.
He tried.
He had the unsuccessful hair transplant, bro.
How you got LeBron money have anything unsuccessful?
Exactly, bro.
Hey, man.
Some of it's genetics.
Yeah, dog.
They did
money can't buy everything.
He got little pieces now in the spots, but they can't put it all back. He waited too long, I guess.
He waited too long.
That's crazy.
He need to get the hairspray, the toupee, the something.
He need that Dion.
The whole thing is.
Yeah, he needs to go holler at who Dion hollered at, because that's
Dion's
who
was effective, and you can't even tell.
That's who got the juice.
I turned the TV on Dion.
Dion had a
lineup. He had a fresh lineup.
Dion, where'd you get that?
Who's worse right now? LeBron's hair or Jim Brown's hair?
Shady. Okay, let's go to the next headline. We had a big trade this week. Jimmy Butler got out of Minnesota and into Philly. How do y'all think that'll affect Philly going forward?
I think it was kind of a lateral movement only because they killed their depth to get him. They let go of Saric and Covington, two of their best three-point shooters, to acquire Jimmy Butler. So it kind of evened out production-wise, which was a lateral movement for everybody.
Wow, okay. So going into the playoffs, is that going to help Philly?
It helps in the playoffs because you played the same team for a couple of days, so it'll help there, but I don't think it helps them beat Toronto or Milwaukee because of a three-point shooter. Like, who's a three-point shooter besides Redick on their team now?
Besides Redick?
Nah, he's not. He's okay.
I mean, he's okay. He's just as okay
he's
as
like
Embiid.
He's like a mid-range, go to the rack free throw line type of player. He's not.
He's just as okay as Embiid. So I mean,
I feel like this tipped the scales. I'm a beg to differ on that. I feel like this tipped the scales. I feel like if Philly doesn't take the East, it's going to be a major disappointment. As far as I'm concerned, I feel like they're going to give Toronto a little bit of a run because, you got that three-point action. But in this perimeter, it's problems.
But what about Milwaukee, though?
Yeah, I'm a nicer version of Jimmy Butler. I'm Kawhi Leonard. What do you mean?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think Toronto's going to take the East. I think Boston can still turn it around.
I forget about
Boston could turn it around. But Philly, that's a nice big three. If they could bring it all together, if they could bring it all together in time, they'll be okay.
And too, another reason for Philly, Markelle Fultz has regressed again. He all of a sudden can't shoot the ball from distance. He hasn't taken a shot outside.
That was a fucking bad pick, man. That was a bad pick, Markelle Fultz, bro.
Really.
He was killing his year in college. It looked like he was going to be a big player.
Somebody
you could have had Jason Tatum or even Lonzo Ball.
Nobody did worse in the offseason.
But bro, you can't expect for a dude that was averaging 22 points in college to just not all of a sudden know how to shoot.
It's like he forgot how to shoot.
Like, got stage fright.
Them bright lights ain't for everybody.
That's crazy.
Shady. And then speaking of what you just said, piggybacking off that, Houston has parted ways with Carmelo Anthony after going 0-4 at home. I think everybody's picking on Melo, man.
I don't, bro.
All the losing can't be Melo's fault, bro.
How many games they play with Melo?
It's not about the losing.
They played about 10, 11 games.
So 10 games too late. They should have never brought him in the first place, bro. Melo is cursed no matter where he goes, no matter what he does.
Nah, Melo is just at this point, and for the last 3 years, has just been washed.
Yeah. He's spin cycle washed, bro. I put that as a group chat. He's a rap. he's a waste of space.
And don't help when you're going through a divorce and your wife got her cans out on Power. Like, all of that factors in, bro.
Blame his career on Lala.
So look, if you really look at it, I think Carmelo and KD play a lot alike. I think the only difference is that
Carmelo and who?
And KD.
Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant, yeah. I mean, he's
of the Golden State Warriors.
He's got different dimensions, so his game is it looks a little different. But from an ISO, give me the ball, I'm going to go get the buckets. KD doesn't really participate in the GS offense the way it ran before he got there, where everybody's running and cutting. So when Houston runs something kind of similar, ball movement, we got to fly around, 3-3 pass. Carmelo can't really do that.
But it's a big difference. KD actually makes shots.
KD
Melo
is a shot maker. And that's where that's the thing.
But Melo was a shot maker. If you notice, he
was a shot maker.
Even when Melo at his athletic peak, he never was an athlete. He just was
he's just nice.
He was heavily skilled.
Yeah,
but now at this stage when you're not an athlete no more and you can't basically move, you can't do anything. People are up in you, blocking your shot, contesting everything. Now the shot's not going in.
To me, a more mobile Melo could have been a LeBron.
Denver, but you think you got to even realize when he was in Denver, it was an argument as to who was better, Carmelo or LeBron.
When they first
Denver, Melo was one of the best players.
Hey, LeBron, he shut that shit down quick.
Right, but Melo, it was an argument. Melo averaged 30 points one year. People forget that.
Yeah. And Denver, Melo was
a
different.
Beast.
You can compare Melo Durant to the old Isaiah Jordan if you want to go that far.
No.
But
Denver, Melo, I can see.
Melo's like a better version of like Barkley, like a nigga.
Melo's like a Tracy McGrady.
Barkley was better athlete though. Yeah.
Wait, so what do y'all think is going to happen? Is he done in the league? Should he go overseas?
I wouldn't be surprised if we let Beasley go and Melo end up on the Lakers. I wouldn't even be surprised. There or Miami. He might go to Miami.
Maybe in Miami. Maybe to Minnesota.
Melo's thing is
what team wins with Melo?
No team.
It's not about that. They just
Melo wants a free ring, so he better go to Golden State.
Maybe he could get to Utah. He can't play with Golden State, but he could probably go to Utah, and they do more of that kind of isolation.
Why can't he play with Golden State?
Because he can't run the offense.
He can shoot though.
He's not fast enough to run with you.
He's not a catch and shoot player. He'll
be at half court while we're shooting the basket.
Damn.
And that's not how they play.
Saying. Melo is just, as an athlete, I think his skills are there, but he's just, if you look at him, he look fat and out of shape, bro.
He went
and he's probably in the best condition of his life.
1 for 11, one of them games.
Bro, and Melo's a jump shooter.
Damn, so it's over for Melo.
Over, bro.
One time for Melo, you had a great career, man. I'll fuck with you, Melo, but it might just be over for you, bro. You might have to wash it up.
And two, what somebody, I think Stephen A. Smith or somebody said, the game changed right from under Melo.
Yep. Absolutely. So I think that's going to do it for current events. We only got 20 minutes left here. It is time to get into our Week 11 predictions. It is going to be Week 12 in college football. It's going to be Week 11 in the NFL. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to go around table one by one, giving each one pick at a time for our lock of the week. Mace, we're going to start with you, bro. Who's your lock of the week this week and why?
I'm going Bama first quarter, first half.
Hey, if it ain't broke, don't break it. For the record, Alabama has covered 9 straight first halves. They're 9-0 in the first half.
And first quarters.
So I cannot fight you on this. Yeah. They're playing, who are they playing? Citadel this week.
One thing, I think this is going to be off. It's not even going to be on the books.
No, it is. It's minus 51 full game. So first half is going to be like, 28, 30 maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah. We'll have to see definitely first half.
First half, because you got to figure Citadel.
What am I even? They'll cover that. They're going to cover that.
Hey, Citadel.
Did you hear what Saban said when they asked him if you shouldn't play Tua? He was like, what do you mean?
Okay, hold on. Looks like we got a call.
We got a call.
Let's pop him in.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Mr. 2K.
You on the line with the Degenerates. Who is this? Oh, hung up. Call or call back, whoever you are. Okay. Well, yeah, no, let's keep it going. Is it we got the caller? Oh, okay. Looks like our caller is going to get through. You on the line with the Degenerates. Who we got?
You got the LA
there we go.
on the line right now.
Hey, Jay Styles on the line.
Oh, man, you got some splaining to do.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Patriot? How you like that Titans game, big dog?
I feel your pain, brother.
Huh?
I'm happy to see you, man.
Hey, Styles, man, we missing you right now. Where you at, bro?
Hey, man, I'm sitting here, feet up, just wondering why somebody in my seat with some gold chains on.
Bling, bling.
Everywhere you want to be, son.
Hey, every time you come around the city, bling, bling. Hey, but Styles, what's up, bro? How you feeling? Talk to me, man. What's on your mind this week, bro?
I'm okay, man. I'm okay. Mike, congratulations.
Yeah.
We got our butts kicked.
Yeah.
You guys did what you guys supposed to do.
Yeah.
You know? You
Yeah,
got four snitches over there with Deion Lewis and, you know,
Four snitches?
Hey, I know we didn't bet, but I feel like you owe me drinks or breakfast or something, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, I'll send you some cup of noodles tomorrow.
Cold game. Cold-blooded. But nah, man, that was a great game, man. We fought hard, bro. But hey, one thing I gotta take from that game, I must say that your quarterback is not looking like himself, man. What's up with that? What's up with Brady, bro? Talk to me.
Listen. First of all, the media is terrible. The media is trash. Someone has a bad game and they're not themselves.
It's
Brady's
not one
fine.
bad game, bro. He has one touchdown pass in the last 3 games.
Listen,
Explain that.
Games.
Huh?
Okay, but explain nothing.
Why
Early
is
in his career, Super Bowls were won because of the running game and the defense. We're fine. Just because you guys got to win doesn't mean anything. I think you're still, 4-5?
No, we're 5-4. We're 5-4. Don't disrespect.
Give him a little bit of credit.
We are over 500.
Gronk is not playing, so give him a little bit of credit.
Man, Gronk.
He wasn't looking too good when Gronk was out there.
Was gone. Sonny
Damn, I
Michel
missed the Nuggets.
still needs to get back into original form.
Sony Michel,
okay.
that's true. That's true. Some are saying that this is going to be Gronk's last season in New England.
It might be his last season, period.
Yeah,
Gronk
he
is
might
out
be
there
done.
looking beat up.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
Yeah.
It's media, man. We work in media now, okay?
Yeah.
It's reports. It's too early to say.
Okay, so as our Patriots insider, what do you think is really the problem, though?
What's the problem with our team or Gronkowski?
Another team.
Honestly, I mean, we got our ass kicked. And granted, every year we have a game, we get our ass kicked. The downside of that, it never happens this late in the season. That's the red flag. That's the concern in New England right now. But I'm not worried. We got a bye week. We can get some guys back healthy, get back our system right. And then, we got the Jets, man. I'm not worried. Congratulations to the Titans. They probably still won't even make the playoffs. So, yeah.
Oh, what you want to put on that? You want to put drinks on that or what?
Mike, whatever you want to bet.
What you want to put on that? We're going to the playoffs, bro. We in there, bro. We're going to probably get the wild card. I think Houston's going to win our division, and we're going to get in as a wild card.
I got a question, though.
What?
Mace, are you finally on the LeBron James train or what?
Ooh. He got to be after last night after we cashed in on them Lakers. Ching, ching. Lakers last night, bro. Hey.
Yeah, I am, Styles. I fuck with Bron. I still don't love the way he plays basketball, but overall, I'm glad he's here on the team, doing what he's doing.
What I will say, if LeBron played every game, not necessarily get 40, but like how with the attack mode that he was in last night, just go to the rack and go to the free throw line, bro, and make your free throws, bro, and everything else will fall into place. Like all that mid range, fall away threes and all that, bro, just get to.
He hit like 4 of those yesterday.
But that's an anomaly, bro. He's not gonna do that every game.
I mean, he took 19 shots and scored 40+ points. I mean,
hey, he hit
because he was getting a lot of shit at the rim and at the free throw line.
Yeah, hey, he hit that 3 before the half to cover that first half. That was the best 3 LeBron.
But do you tell LeBron to stick to what he know and stay in that key, or do you tell him to keep doing what you're doing and shoot the ball wherever you please?
Nah, you gotta let Bron be Bron, bro. Bron is an all-around great facilitator.
Cut the leash.
What I will tell LeBron is in the fourth quarter, bro, you got to close out.
That's all you got to do.
That's the only knock on Bron through his whole career is just close out the fucking game.
It does feel like watching Kobe again, like at the end of his career. Like
last night it felt like that, but up until then it's like, bro, what are you doing?
No, I mean on defense, the bad version of Kobe, the Kobe at 34, 35, 36, where he wasn't really rotating, he was more so pointing. Like, oh, okay, like them last couple years, it didn't look good because again, you can't run around the whole court.
But I think he just be preserving himself for offense in the late game because he'll give you some all that point and then get on a fast break and just effortlessly tear the rim off.
Yeah, but it's also like if you played a little better defense in the first, second, and third quarter, we might not be in this dogfight right now.
Man, we got to give it up to LeBron, man. He just passed Will on a scoring list, man.
LeBron did his thing.
Yeah.
He did what he's supposed to do. He got to win. 44 points, 19 shots, 1 assist aside from a triple-double. But besides that, what are they doing to Carmelo Anthony?
What do you mean?
Why are you treating Carmelo Anthony like he's not a Hall of Fame player? Like he's not a Hall of Fame.
He's going to the Hall of Fame, but at the moment, he is not a Hall of Fame
We're
player.
talking current affairs, bro. We're not talking 5 years ago.
And he's not Melo. He's Carmelo, bro.
But Mike, today on the Jump, Tracy McGrady said that he thinks Carmelo Anthony should retire. What do you guys think about that?
No.
I would say that McGrady he's like he's looking in the mirror. This is like McGrady on the Spurs, basically.
Honestly,
and he sees that.
I don't think Melo should retire. I think Melo should go get some more money overseas. He should go to China.
Melo's not doing that.
I think he'll play in the NBA still, bro. I just think he has to go to a team that's playing a more traditional set. Who's gonna he needs to be on the Spurs.
He needs to be on Milwaukee. Milwaukee
exactly.
will be good for Melo.
Even Washington, somewhere with dirt.
That locker room environment.
That's true.
Milwaukee is the perfect place.
He's playing for the minimum at this point.
Yeah, he's taking a low.
Houston got him for the minimum.
He's taking a 2.1 anywhere he goes at this point. He just wants to be in the league, but he probably will retire at the end of the year. I think.
I don't think so.
Because he's not that old.
He
Melo.
can still help.
He's only 34 years old, guys.
He can play on. I'm telling you, he can go to Utah. He can go to Milwaukee.
He's Gary Payton when he went to the Lakers, bro.
He's Gary Payton on the Lakers. Yeah, he's Antoine Jameson on the Lakers.
You're
Can I ask
a good name on paper, but you're not.
What's the difference? These guys are all the same age. I'm about the name Chris Paul and Melo and LeBron. Why are Chris Paul and LeBron playing at a high level, but Melo can't?
LeBron
is a
LeBron's
monster.
a freaking nature athlete.
And
Okay, what about
he's
Chris Paul?
He's
LeBron's
$1
a
million.
freaking nature.
And Chris Paul.
Chris Paul's hurt every year. What do you mean? He's not.
Look at Melo like mini Shaq. You know, all that weight, all that agility, it gets on you faster.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Melo. Chris Paul is a smaller individual, and his gameplay is more speed. So he's going to slow down, but he can still play.
Yeah, but when he tries to go over the top, he tears up his hamstrings.
Yeah, CP3 doesn't stay in the best of shape that often as well. He's always hurt come playoff time. So I mean,
always.
I mean, I would say LeBron and then Melo. I mean, then CP3 and then Melo as far as career, longevity goes. But CP3 ain't won no ring either.
You guys got to think. It's about style of play. Like Carmelo's not attacking. He's not attacking the basket. He doesn't have a turnaround.
He's not athletic anymore.
He really can't create space and create a shot.
He's not athletic.
But Melo relied on his athleticism. So if he doesn't have that anymore, then we're not really talking the Melo that you.
He can't create space to hit those jumpers.
Yeah.
People are contesting him more easily because he don't have the athleticism.
The Hall of Fame Melo that you're referring to is a thing of old. He doesn't have that agility anymore. It's not there.
I agree with that 100%.
Hell yeah.
It's sad though. It's sad to see, man. It's sad to see a kid that won a high school championship, goes to Syracuse, wins the national championship, goes to Denver, makes the Western Conference Finals, goes to New York, and his career went to shit.
Hey, man.
He should have never left Denver.
Hey, it gets like that. It gets like
he demanded a trade, though.
He should have left Denver, but he should have waited till summer and then went to the Knicks and played with everybody that was already there. Yeah. He wanted his bread, like they said. But let's get off Melo, man. What else we got? Let's get back to
Styles. Hey, thank you for the call, bro. We're going to get into these Week 11 picks, man. We're going to go ahead. We got 10 minutes, finish the show out. We got breaking news. It looks like the Seattle Seahawks are going to go ahead and beat the Packers 24-27 by 3 points. That's looking like it's going to push the spread unless you did, like I said, and you bought that half a point, and you got Green Bay at 3.5. Did you?
No, I did not.
I told you to take it 3.5. But anyway, Styles.
This guy, as he's taking it live, as he's buying the point, I'm like, yo, are you buying the point or not? No, I'm not going to buy the point. It's probably not necessary.
No.
And then he underhooks me after I lock in and says, y'all bought the point. I'm like, that's how we do it.
I bought half a point, but I bought it the other way.
P.S. That game is not over. Still 37 seconds left, so give them a fighting shot.
They're kneeling. They have the ball.
Either way. 30 seconds left.
4th and 13.
Seattle's about to punt to Green Bay. They'll give it back to Rodgers with 30 seconds. Yeah, I like that.
It won't even be 30.
30 seconds, bro, with no timeouts, bro. That game's over.
Action to cover.
That's game's over. Let's get back to these week's picks, man. We only got 10 minutes left in the show.
He could run it back.
Yeah, we're gonna get off that. Rachel, what's up? Who's your lock of the week this week, bro?
Carolina with fucking Detroit.
What you see? What you see in that game, bro?
I just see that Detroit's defense. I mean, they only showed up against the Patriots. The offense is pretty stagnant, and we have a top 5 defense. Our offense is clicking under North Turner. Mm-hmm. And, yeah, that's pretty much about it.
So you're going to go with Carolina minus 4.5. I like that. I like that. Okay.
I wouldn't say that's the lock of the week, but
But that's your pick of the week.
That's my pick of the week.
Your pick of the week. Okay, let me give y'all my pick of the week. I am going to go to the Windy City. We got Minnesota plus 2.5 going into Chicago. I am actually feeling the Vikings in this game. I feel like Mitchell Trubisky's been very hot lately against some mediocre teams. He's got to face a real defense this week with the Vikings. That offense is great. They got Thielen. They got Stephon Diggs. They got Cook looking like himself. So I honestly think that Minnesota's going to win this game outright. So they're plus 2.5 currently. I think this is a money line bet. Take the Vikings to go into the Windy City and beat up on Chicago. I think they win a close one, maybe by a field goal. Mitch looks like himself in that defense to get after Mitch in Minnesota. And that's going to be my pick. That's going to be my pick. What about you, Mr. Ian Davis, man? Who you liking this week, bro? Talk to me. What you looking like?
Actually, you might have took my pick. I was actually going to say Chicago was probably the lay down of the week. Vikings do not do good on the road.
Oh, so we're opposite on that. We're opposite on that.
I second Ian on that. I'm with the Bears on my sheet.
Okay, so you tell me why you like the Bears.
I like the Bears because, first of all, Viking doesn't do good on the road.
Okay.
I like the Bears because their defense is going to lock up everything the Vikings throw at them. And I think you're talking a defensive matchup. And clearly, Chicago has the better defense at home. That's the easiest pick. But just to not jump on your bandwagon, I'm also going to go with the Redskins turn their shit around against Houston.
Plus 3, I like that. Yeah. I like that. I'm actually going to agree with you on that. At home, the Redskins, I see here the Redskins have covered 3 at home. Excuse me, 3 at home underdog spreads. So
who were those against?
Though one was against the Packers, I believe one was against. Hold on. Let me pull it up for you right now. I know one was against the Packers. I told you about that one. They had another one. Was it Dallas? Who they play at home? Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. One second. Oh, last 10 for. Yeah, so it was early on. Carolina. They covered at home against Carolina. They covered at home against Dallas. They covered at home against Green Bay, man. So at home as an underdog, I like Washington, man. I actually like Washington this week. I believe Houston, they've had a couple of tricky wins. They beat Denver when they should have lost. They beat up on a weak Miami team. They beat Jacksonville, who's in shambles, and they beat up on Buffalo.
I think Houston is fool's gold first.
Yeah,
of all.
Houston
I do
is
trust
definitely
Redskins at the house, and I think if you're gonna disrespect them and give them plus 3 points, you'd be a fool not to take it.
Yeah, so I like that. I'm going to agree with you guys on that. Washington, you got another pick for us, Racer?
Another pick that I got my eye on is...
I got one for you. I got Chargers.
Chargers have been on fire.
Surprisingly.
They're one of the best teams in the AFC.
Chargers are one of the best teams in the league.
Fighting for that LA tag.
Hey, this is an interesting game.
And Broncos aren't that great on the road. You know, I think Keenum's going to have a tough day against that Charger defense.
Okay.
Phillip Rivers is locked in, bro. This is probably the best team he's had since that 2014 squad at LT.
Right. Hey, respect. I'll give you that.
Only reason this might, and I'm just going out on a limb here, but this, I won't call it an upset, but this will be a better game than we expect. Jaguars, bro. Fournette's back, and that's a different element to what their offense. That helps their defense.
With Fournette
running the ball.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Steelers won't win, but
it helps.
Here's their offense and
what's the quarterback's name?
Bortles too.
With his weak ass.
It's going to be a different game.
Hey,
just watch that.
He's been weak this year.
I've been trying to tell y'all Blake Bortles is weak as fuck, man.
Bortles is trash.
Hey, but no, I will give you that. Fournette is going to help.
I watch that whole game on Sunday, so it's like he's healthy. He's fully healthy. So
yeah, he's fully healthy, and he did run roughshod over the Steelers last year. I think combined he had 2 touchdowns in both games, like 100-something yards in both games.
That puts T.J. Yeldon back into his natural position.
Yeah.
And then the third down pass catch. Everybody's just back into what they do.
I like that. And we know Steelers don't do that great on the road as a high favorite unless they're playing the Browns.
One thing Fournette would do is cut that time of possession to where the Steelers won't have the ball long enough to possibly get that cover.
Right.
So,
Okay.
just watch that one. Keep your eye on that. Don't load up on the Steelers is what I say.
Don't load up on the Steelers. I like that. I'm going to give you guys another one I got my eye on. You guys may or may not agree with me on this, but something is telling me to take these Eagles +8 in New Orleans, man. I know New Orleans has been on fire, but the Eagles are still the Eagles. Carson Wentz is still Carson Wentz.
Tell me all about Dallas. Taking that +8 Philly against Drew at the house.
Tell me all about that. I'm in this Drew card, bro.
Drew.
The bookie can have it if they don't come through. Bro.
Yeah, I will gladly take that to the
You see what they did at the house with the Rams.
You see what the line is doing.
I don't got them putting up as many points. You see what the line is doing.
The line went up a point from 7 to 8.
Doesn't matter. They know what's up. And
check back in on Saturday.
Exactly.
Do you think Philly's going to put up as many points out there that the Rams put up?
Vegas know what Drew do at the house.
I think it could easily be 28-24.
Nah, man.
Dak was cutting them up.
It could be 28-28. It could be everything.
Drew is a much better version of what Dak was doing.
And the Rams are a much better team than the Eagles at this point.
So all you guys are on Saints this week.
I'm going down with that.
Everybody's on the Saints this week.
It's amazing that that's nobody's pick of the week, to be honest.
I got a different one for y'all, though.
What's up?
I'm taking Rams at the crib versus the Chiefs.
Ooh. I got to play off that game, but give me your explanation. I'm going to give you my explanation, too. Go ahead.
I think the Rams have been kind of in a tailspin.
Mm-hmm.
Really, it's more of a bet against the Chiefs on the road when they're already, I think, due for some. Again, I've been looking for it every week, but they're due for some Andy Reid shenanigans.
Yeah.
So I think this is a perfect game for them to lose outright by at least 10 points.
Damn.
I think Rams get back to putting up 30, and they hold the Chiefs down to 20. I think it's like 30-20 is my kind
30-20, which segue to my pick of the week is going to be the under on that game, man. Mm-hmm. Everybody's high on this over. It's currently at 63.5. That's the highest over we've seen in years. That is so many points.
Lot of points
I actually am going to agree with you. Think it's going to be a 30. It could even be 30-28, and that still will be under. So I'm going to say let's play the under. 63.5 on this.
Under, bro.
Come on, and I think
a lot of points.
And the Chiefs' offense is due for a letdown. The Rams have to step up and play some defense at some point.
But what I will say, both offenses are going to pressure each other to keep up.
But no,
we get a lot of Gurley.
But we're going to get a lot of Gurley.
And that's disrespectful to everybody's defense at the end of the day. 63 points is disrespectful.
Yeah, come on, bro.
You guys have
the NFL, bro.
No.
30 with a shootout. It's going to probably be a shootout. But
63 points is
63 points is a lot. We know Vegas is getting so many tickets on the over.
We got to take first half over, though. I will say that.
I think we go first half full game under. Let's go under everything. I think the Rams can actually put a stop somewhat to the Chiefs' offense with Donald and Sue and Fowler. I
think Rams' defense is going to give KC more of a faith, and KC's defense is going to give to the Rams.
Yeah, for sure. Because McVay and that offense, Goff is going to do his stuff, and they got Gurley. Gurley is the key.
Cooper Kupp is not there.
So what? You still got Cook and Woods.
Bro,
you fighting Brandon Cooks?
We're wounded, but we're not out
them. But they all work in conjunction.
You still got two great receivers you can throw the ball to.
Those two are good.
They got another receiver who's good too. I forget what his name is, but he's
you right because when Cooper Kupp went out that one game,
he did
his thing.
He's solid.
Yeah, he's a young kid. He's a young kid.
That intensity though.
No, I just think though it's going to be a lot of Gurley. We're going to see Kareem Hunt. He's one of the top 5 backs in the league, so it's going to be a lot of running on both sides. Both coaches want to do the same thing, keep the other one's offense off the field.
What the Rams better do is recognize Tyreek Hill because there should be no reason he should score. But I know he's going to be wide.
That's actually a good prop bet. Take Tyreek Hill for a touchdown. That's a good prop bet. Hell yeah! But it is about that time. We are rapidly approaching 8:30. It is actually 8:29. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up this week. You guys have been tuned in. We want to thank you. Another episode of Smart Degenerates. We also got to thank Morris Media once again. We can catch us here every weekday, 7:30 on Thursdays, man. We got to thank my guy, Ian Davis, came through, man. Appreciate it, bro. You already know.
Please come back.
And for those of you who are not following us, again, catch us on Instagram at Smart Degenerates. Catch us on Facebook at Smart Degenerates. And again, follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to that YouTube channel. We want to thank you guys again for another episode. We are out. Have a good weekend, man.
Hey, what's on that?